Hello everyone, and today we're going to do our next tutorial on setting up our SMS campaigns and on how to edit them. The first video we did was just a little bit off because we had a disconnect between the programmers and us, and the video ended up just being incorrect. And so we are here to remedy that for you today, and we apologize about the confusion. So let's just hop right in here, and right now we're starting on our home page of our back office. Alright, I want you to scroll down over here on your left hand side to where it says SMS campaigns. Click on that for me, and we see right here this is our phone campaign list. Alright, we have one right here, and then we also that we could edit, or we also have one where we could start a brand new one. We're going to start a new one. We're going to click add, and right here this comes up as inactive underneath ID status, underneath this drop down, which is perfect, and this is where we can fill everything out. So I'm just going to click over here to one that I've already just filled out, and this is what we've got right here. Okay, this is the exact same as what we were just showing, except that it's been filled out. It's still set to inactive. Underneath label, I've just labeled it as next week's network marketing event. This description right here is just you being able to describe this to yourself so that you can look back on it later and be like, oh yeah, that's what this was all about. Same thing with this label. Neither one of these are going to be seen by anyone. So this is just your very own information in here. Upon finishing with this campaign, we're going to stop the campaign. That's what we have selected, and that's what we're going to go with. Underneath that, enable auto import. We're going to keep that on yes. If it's not already on yes when you're making yours, just make sure you select yes from the drop down list. And then import contacts of list name. Select the SMS as well. Both these are just going to make sure that your list, everybody that you bring in from your shortcode, from your username to 75,000 is going to automatically be uploaded into this list, is what we're saying. So from right there, we're going to save this as inactive. Perfect. So once that has been saved, I want you to click on message list right beside details. Now this is where we're actually going to be able to create the messages that get sent out to our members. Okay, so right here underneath our message list we have an add button. I want you to click on that. Now this is where we actually create our messages. Underneath message details we've got ID type, and by default it's set to standard. And we want to, on this very first message, we want to select that drop down and we want to select opt-in. Now this is going to be an opt-in message that is sent out to everyone. Alright, now there's a couple differences between the standard and the opt-in, and we'll go over those in just a moment. But we want to select opt-in for this, and once we select opt-in, I've got one of those prepared real quick. Alright, I've filled this out. We've got welcome message is what I've just labeled it. When over here on our left where it says only once, we want to select yes. That we only want that sent out one time in this campaign. Underneath message, I just did a really basic, and it says thanks for contacting me. My details are as follows, and then I have the phone number and our email support email address. At the bottom, text stop to unsubscribe. Now all we have to do is we'll save this. Great. It says your new entry has been saved. So now to make that active, we would come back into our details tab and we would select active, and then we'd scroll down and click save. Fantastic. Right up top, it lets you know what's going on. Lets us know that no contacts have been uploaded, but our information has been saved. So from right here, if we go back into message list, we'll see the one message that we've already just created, which is right here. That's our welcome message. Now if we wanted to add a second message, let's say in this campaign the first one says hello, and then let's say we want to send one out 24 hours later to everyone in this list and let them know about, let's say, a leaders call on Saturday. How we would do that is we would have to come back into our details tab, and we would have to set our status as inactive, because you can only edit a campaign if it's set to inactive. So we'll click save, and then right after that we'll go back up in here to our message list, click on that, and if we want to add another message, we just click add. Alright, so in the last one we did an opt-in message, which is always going to be the first message in your campaign list. Alright, so this one we're going to do as a standard message, and I've got one of these created, so let's just flip over here real quick. We're going to label this one as leaders call. Only once. Yes, we still want to have that selected as only once. Now our order number, this is the order in the campaign as far as which message is going to be going out. So this is number 2. Alright, our opt-in message was number 1. This is number 2. So it comes default as number 10, and I just changed it to number 2 because that's the second message in my campaign. Now right here, the delay, when you select standard over opt-in, you get these two extra options right here, your order number and your delay. If I was to choose back to opt-in, those both go away. So let's go back to standard. Alright, now the delay is set to 24 by default, and over here on the right you see how it says hours after previous message. So that's set to go out 1 day or 24 hours after your first initial hello welcome message. And we're going to leave it right there at 24. That sounds good to me. So underneath this message, something real basic again, I just put in here, hey, I just wanted to remind you that our leaders call is on Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then I gave the phone number to it and the code to log in. See you there. Now we can come down here and press save on this, and that new entry has been saved. Now to make this whole campaign active again, we need to go back to our details tab, go to our status, click active, and then save it again. Alright, now our campaign, which is very basic, but that's just fine, is now set to active. And if you go into your members list or your message list, you'll see that we have 2 messages set up to go out to our members now of this SMS campaign. Now what you'll see right here is that our order is actually mixed up. Okay, and so how we're going to do that or fix that right there is if you come up to this little tab, you can categorize these by just clicking on order, and that'll change this back around so that our welcome message, which since it's our opt-in message, we don't have a choice to change this out, but it shows that our number 2 is set to 2, and that's how we want it. This looks really good, and that is how you set up an SMS campaign, and that is also how you edit an SMS campaign. Now one more point of interest for you guys is that if you want to edit any of the text in one of these messages, you would have to go in to your details and once again click and select it as inactive and save it before you do any editing, and then go back into the details, select active, and press save before it goes live again. And that's it, guys. That is how you create and edit an SMS campaign and create the messages that go out to your members. I hope this has helped, and have a great night. If you have any further questions, please get a hold of us at support@uniquely.com. Thank you.